pseudo stun. I don't even want to call it a stun. And glimpse. Yeah.
I also just feel like Mira.
Yellow go. Yellow go.
Out here, you live for trees.
I feel like I was maybe a bit negative about the Tinker pick there. You were mentioning this Vision game still very strong from HR, and they've got tools to utilize and get the Tinker off the ground. I just wonder though if Team Spirit like try lane mid to kill him a couple of times. Tilting the Tinker is like the most important thing.
Let me explain. Gary is a reformed Tinker picker. Okay, this is why he has such strong emotions here. Okay, he has carried a fair few of my games back in the day on his Tinker and his Invokers. So, you know. I understand. You have some trauma here that you're unpacking.
Self-trauma.
Of where you're trying to carry your shit stack and you just see this enemy lineup. All right, I get it. I understand the pain you're going through and what you see is going to happen to Kiyotaka.
Yeah, it's just like back in the day, you used to be able to spam march from the trees, and now you can't do that. Tinker has to show himself in team fights.
Yeah, I had a good laugh. I was looking at his description on the Dota website the other day, and it still says that he demolishes foes with swarms of machines.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, down at bottom rune, chasing Ramses. Antares is battling Yatoro up top. It looks like everyone's just going to disengage and run away. I thought maybe they would be able to track down the Doom. Solo helped him out with that level 1 glimpse, and Yatoro still being whacked around by this bounty hunter. Incredibly annoying with his shadow walk damage. Treant's coming to annoy the morph as well. Yatoro's going to burn through a fair amount of his tangos early on before the lane even begins.
I've done a little bit of bounty research of some of the heroes I've been looking at in pubs. It's having a little bit of an up spike, much like the EP. I've been seeing, again, abusing the boots of fairing. It's been a pretty common reason for picking up this hero. One of the funnier things I've noticed while watching all the replays is keeping an eye on the Janata and who you can actually harass here. As you see the odds slightly more in favor of Team Spirit, but not by much.
Radiance
compared to game 1. But something that's interesting about the bounty hunter, I think, is that you have to look at the unreliable gold when it comes to the Janata, because you only steal unreliable gold. And so consistently harassing the enemy support doesn't actually garner you that much, because they're not getting much unreliable gold. And so if they don't have any unreliable gold, you don't actually steal any. So to get the most of your Janata, you have to be hitting the actual last hitter.
Okay. Well, like bouncing between them, like hit like if every 2 or 3 times you hit the morphling one, try and hit the Ench once.
It's not too bad, but like I mean the Ench, like, because you don't gain unreliable gold anymore. You only gain reliable on the counter. So like she might have no unreliable gold the whole time.
Because she's not last hitting at all.
Yeah,
right?
she's not last hitting at all. So you actually have to hit the carry to get the most out of your Janata.
Ah, it's not something he's really able to do against this Ench, who's centering everywhere.
Oh, courier! It's right up the center!
Ench courier.
Oh, easy bounty hunter. He got both now.
Well, he lost his courier. Miposhka killed Antares' courier. Now Antares kills Miposhka's one.
Oh, you're right. I actually thought it was Yatoro's before.
Yeah. She's getting a bit of revenge. It's a wild lane though. And Solo gets first blood down bottom.
Tracks run
going off collapse. Long range glimpse. Ramses top of the CS, 14 and 4. Looks like bottom lane going very well for HR as we have all eyes on the top lane watching this bounty hunter.
This is where you see the truly angry Ramses, because he's level 2 and he has no points in Devour. So he's just upset. He's like, it's anger that's fueling these last hits, because he's just trying to get to Devour so he can feel like he's having fun again. You know, he needs his Midas every game, and he needs his Devour.
I need that gold steroid. Give me more money. Get me farmed. I'm guessing mid lane. Tinker gonna do all right, but DK is gonna be spamming denies, as he's always very adept at doing with that dragon tail to stun the hero. Focus there on the creeps.
Antares here,
really suffering.
looking for that 12 gold. Yeah, all right. And now lost what, 25% pretty much of her unreliable gold. He's got a few more in him now.
Why did you enjoy that so much?
It's like, what else is there to do when you're 4 bounty hunter? This is it, man. Got him again. I mean, who else steals gold? You know,
stealing from the poor and giving to the. I'm also poor. Moving that money around.
Someone's got to pay for these boots bearing. What a
Someone's
battle!
gonna pay for these bloody sentries. Someone's gonna pay for all these sentries. There's like 6 of them in lane.
That was kind of risky. Bring a health went through there. Mira's dead again. No.
Yeah.
Almost. Oh.
2 kills in that bottom lane.
Each of them taking a fall now.
Yeah, how many sentries have we had? Because that's 4 at least from Bounty, and I think 3 or 4 from Ench.
Yeah, and there's one more coming right now. If the courier doesn't die, if Antares doesn't get there first, so he's gonna run next to him. I gotta say, pro players, the courier management, pretty abysmal. Lucky that it got the sentries there before it's gonna die. Oh wait, am I wrong? Can he not catch it?
Is Antares fast enough? He can't. 325 against 310. He was faster, but
would that not have killed? It would have killed, right? With the bonus damage? I guess he's decided
should have one hit it. Just wait for it to come back out again. So now Ench is doing.
Yeah.
Ench is doing Ench things. Goes into enemy triangle, scouts out, sees what's up.
when the bounty hunter courier runs up right next to you.
Sentry! Goodness. Ramsey's dead bottom though, while Anx is into the tree line, so Team Spirit finally getting up on the board and killing off that Doom. It was such a wild game.
Yeah, Antares and Miposhka just playing. The jungle is back. You were right. Bring back the tags, because these swords just run around the jungle for like 2 minutes now. It's a 1v1 top between Morphling and Nature's Prophet.
Never doubt me.
This is just like the last time we had a big spike in Enigma games, and we just had bounty hunters following them around in the jungle when they were trying to play greedy.
Was that the Helm patch?
Many moons ago, yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago. Well, back down to bottom. Solo gonna trade his life for Collapse as Mira will get the finishing touch. Doesn't look like Ramsey is gonna be able to track back and kill him, though he's given it a shot. Oh no, he just wanted to devour a creep while Antares TPs away from Miposhka in the mid lane. Nearly taken down by that final impetus hit. Passport glyphed up. Miero thinking about the TP behind Larl.
Yeah, I don't know about that
tower. It's one of these Tinker games. There's no normal flow to the game. Kind of just waiting for Tinker to get that blink, bottle, soul ring, and that's when the match properly begins. Then you're waiting for Trag, get the Doom up and running. Like there's no. It feels like there's no normal power spike for HR. It's all these little bits and bobs here and there that they've got to try and balance and bounce around with. Whereas Team Spirit, much more simple and old-fashioned, I guess. So a more conservative draft because they don't have the Tinker.
Yeah. I thought maybe they were going to go for a gank up top there with Miposhka, but just tries to throw down a ward. Unfortunately, he gets warded from Antares, and he goes back to the jungle. They weren't able to connect to Kiyotaka. That's a big deal, not killing Tinker before he was 6, considering how early Larl got 6.
And Yatoro's courier dies, has a go at Miero. Yeah, not enough damage to go for it. Lincoln's rush for Yatoro. Some serious old school stuff coming out in this one.
Yeah, and that's with the Agnum's rush as well here from the Nature's Prophet. Another hero we didn't really talk about, but the bonuses from the Vision as well. This is something where we used to see like the Spectre Nature's Prophet in the same game where you can taunt and hit ulti, and it's just like this giant nuke. Or like Zeus plus Spectre, or sorry, Zeus plus Nature's Prophet, kind of cute.
Oh, that Wrath of Nature. I mean, Collapse is going to die anyway to the Glimpse and the Thunderstrike. Yeah, Tinker getting involved as well, closing in on Blink. Mid lane, catch on Larl. No, he's a Dragon Knight. You can't do anything to him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's got 92 unreliable gold, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Yatoro, this guy up here, so much unreliable gold. Her strings are loose.
Spirit bringing the action back down to bottom. And again, just unable to really shove into an objective. No Helm on Collapse, opting for this wand into drums.
Just try and find me.
Is he not going Helm at all?
I'm watching mid with Mira's getting chased by Antares.
Antares. He didn't die though with the dust there, Miposhka. helping Mira, keeps the Zeus alive and gets the kill. There's an observer ward in the river down below the low ground for some reason, as Larl's going to get clumped back into Ramsey's Infernal Blade. And the laser from Kiyotaka kills off the mid laner of Team Spirit.
But yeah, I think Collapse thinks he's playing Primal Beast or something.
What's he, is he going drums, Vlad's boots, AC? Why no helm?
I guess maybe
Devour?
Ramsey's gonna keep it level 1 the whole game and just eat it. I don't know. Like by the time he is overwhelmed, or the help of the Overlord, he gets level 15. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe it's just the Doom. They do use the Doom in the top lane on this Morphling. Quite a lot of damage from the Wrath of Nature. So Miero and Ramsey's pairing up to kill off Yatoro. And they are definitely a team that can push objectives with this Nature's Prophet Blightstone straight onto that tier 1.
The Vlad is kind of genius though with the Morphling though, right? Because it's base damage, and so with like how much damage a Morphling accumulates through just Agi, that is kind of a big buff.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, makes sense. Even that Dragon Knight with his big old dragon form. Lifesteal feels good.
You can keep your
Miero's on a bit of a de-warding mission in that bottom jungle. And it really is just this game of pick-off into pick-off. There doesn't seem to be any serious structure.
Oh yeah.
Miero's trying to kill off an observer ward.
I feel terrible for this observer. Like it's just been everywhere. Like you never know where someone's gonna die. We're talking about one side of the map, clearly the other. Language is talking about another part. Like the action is just happening everywhere, and this game is really confusing just to be a spectator. Imagine the respawn of war right now. Like they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, like usually there's a build up, right? Okay, this hero is hit level 6. This hero has an item. He's going to move here or farm jungle. We can smoke gank into this area. Oh, they're not here. They must be over there. But there's none of that. There's no process of elimination. There's no understanding. There's no logic, rhyme, or reason. It is just, if you see a hero, bloody well go on him. Try and get the catch.
I mean, the Beastmaster has no helm. The DK's going Midas, no blink. Like, no one knows what's happening, guys.
All these things in isolation you can you rationalize, make sense. Just when you see the full force of all these weird decisions come into the big picture, it's definitely confusing. Yeah, Ramses has his Arcane's Midas. The Wrath of Nature going, bouncing in onto Collapse, that's where it heads. Mira trying to zap Antares, does get the kill, but now Kiyotaka spamming laser and rockets. Thinking about the blink forward.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, with a track on Mira, can get another round of rockets out there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And a bore, and the lack of mana means Kiyotaka cannot keep chasing.
Come on to that stick. Keep him alive on Mira.
Also feels like Team Spirit downside, they have Ench Beastmaster DK and they've not really taken a tower yet. Mid lane looking a little worse for wear, but no concerted effort to bring objectives down. They're probably just feeling comfortable yet again that Yatoro Morphling is going to be that carry in the back pocket.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, they're certainly looking pretty relaxed here. Antares is going to go right through a sentry right now. Miposhka plays it very cool while stacking.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
He will body block the ancient camp though, and they're going to try and make him pay for it.
They keep tabs on him. Classic bounty hunter stuff. Deep behind enemy lines, running that recon game. Meets 3 enemy heroes. While in the mid lane, Larl zapped by the laser. Kiyotaka and Miero straight on the DK. So space created, says the bounty hunter.
That's a much better kill. You will take that 100%.
And HR playing very quickly. Something we expected them to do in game 1 with the draft they had. Now accomplishing great things. Top tier 1 into mid lane. Starting to get the Domino's top lane. And we nearly have a BKB on Ramsey, so he's going to become incredibly powerful hitting this mid game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yatoro joining a fight as a 600 health Morphling pre-Lincolns? I didn't think so. TP mid and thought about it, but now Mira, jumping and hopping over the kinetic field after he got glimpsed, still caught in the sprout. And HR, 4K net worth lead for them now, 13 minutes in. They're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still a little perplexed by this, Vlad. I guess the logic is they literally think they're just going to 5 hero play together. Like, he's using the edge creep instead. You know, like I'm not gonna get the helm. It feels weird though to not have that eventual timing of the ancient on the beast master, because I don't really think Doom can be enough to dissuade you. But in his opinion, it's just better to do this. And I mean, I can definitely see how getting the AC would be kind of nice. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of obviously other types of damage here, but
look at that HR. They press forward. They get some aggressive wards down. It looked like they're really taking a stranglehold on that bottom part of the map with the rocket spam. Kiyotaka is still annoying them as they remain tracked up. The Antares bounty hunter always a target if he puts himself in harm's way. We're soon going to hit another spike here for HR with Aghanims on Nature's Prophet. They'll have that additional form of catch, and again that BKB Doom.
And the Shivas too. I feel like, you know, if you guys have seen Tinker in pubs, like this blink Shivas is just so irritating. I'm still waiting for the patented Greaves build to come out though.
Oh yeah?
You throw the Greaves in there and then you can just keep spamming it just for the mana.
Just for the mana, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the ability draft classic. If you get re-army by Greaves,
Dire are scanning.
don't need boots of travel anymore. Team conveyance, all you need to move around the map. Here comes Spirit, walking straight into a bounty hunter who pops invis, but they also catch a glimpse of the disruptor. Solo blown up, but no real map space for Team Spirit to claim after that kill. Just a position 5 takedown. Well, Yatoro, he's into Ramses mode. Level 4 Devour is there. Easy money for the Morphling. Very nice.
Dire's courier has been killed.
So Larl, he did go back for the blink. After having the minus Q for a long time, he went blink. I wonder, when did they buy a gem? Like at what point are Team Spirit able to do that? Because I feel like we're getting close to that, where they just want to group up.
Yeah,
because
click on
Antares is
Miposhka.
getting way too much done. Oh, thanks for the courier. Oh, he doesn't do it.
Oh. I mean, Miposhka has what, 900 gold saved now? What does he want to buy? We're gonna see the gem come for him. Maybe I feel like sentries and Zeus are enough. Like they see Antares, Thunder God's Wrath, the blink stun from Larl, and collapse carrying dust as well. The hunted, here comes the hunted. 5 deaths for Antares bounty hunter, but so far he's done his job.
Yeah, if you're all moving
tracked
that
up.
far back to get the kill, like kills just aren't worth that much anymore. I mean, it's still, you know, okay for Spirit. Obviously, it's worth their time at that point, but the issue is that it's a very, like, I don't know, very potent tricore of Tinker, Nature's Prophet, and Doom that I wouldn't want to be giving this much space to, because they just get so much out of the map with every second that they're out there.
Yeah. Vacuuming it all up. I think he needs a little more time. Get to his shivers pretty soon. Top part of the map, not somewhere that Team Spirit can really inhabit right now. So we see not only collapse down bottom, but he's got Yatoro's Morphling sat behind him.
Dire's top tower is under
And
attack.
Larl and Mira trying to take a bit more control around their top tier 2, but it's very difficult to move up high ground into that jungle. Mira's just sat behind tier 2. Go on then, Antares, you're gonna find the Zeus. Just
Wait for it.
Hello? Anybody home? Oh, hello, Mira. How you doing? TP from Prophet. Zeus getting glimpsed back.
Radiant's bottom
Static Storm as well. Okay, Solo.
Dire's
Make damn
top
sure
tower
he
is
dies.
under attack.
They ping bottom immediately. Go! Push!
Shove as quickly as you can, please.
Dire's structures are
Not very
fortified.
quick. Are they going to try and defend bottom at all? Do they just run Roche?
And they've got Midas DK coming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's
Dire's
another one of
top
those
tower
Team
is
Spirit
under
delay.
attack.
Get to our massive scaling portion of the game. While HR continuing to play as quickly as they can, bringing 3 heroes bottom. Defending tier 2. The boar drums. Nearly killing the tier 2 on their own. 63, 40 HP. A smoke from HR.
They're not going to deny that? Yeah, they're animals.
Radiant's
They're wrapping around.
Oh,
he's lost.
Radiant's
Broken a
bottom
smoke on
tower
solo.
is
Tier 2 dead. Yeah, everybody from Team Spirit just waiting under their observer ward. Now their turn to grab the outpost. And as much as this Doom is farmed, with a Blink BKB on Doom, usually we see him be very active. Jumping, catching, killing. But Team Spirit very good at playing this kind of deliberate defensive style. Just not showing anyone. Waiting in the fog of war, hiding away.
There is a question though. I mean, if you're playing that style for the first 20 minutes of a game with Beastmaster, Enchantress, and Dragon Knight, I don't know if that feels very nice.
Yeah.
They're all under a ward right now, though. A fantastic ward that spotted everything Solo, Antares, and Ramses were doing.
Probably gonna have a good idea that they walked into the Roche pit.
Yeah, very likely. Not sure it's gonna matter though.
No, I don't even think Team Spirit mind too much. Big old Wrath of Nature gonna root up a couple of heroes bottom. Roche half HP and still no contest from Team Spirit. Yeah, very content. Continue farming. Well, Yatoro is going for the double defensive build, linking into BKB. Collapse will have AC by the next team fight.
He'll have AC plus the Vlads plus then a Boots of Bearing. So he's letting Yatoro build these defensive items because he's still gonna really juice up the damage of this Morphling if they're both there. Like between his aura and the Vlad's flat bonus damage, it's gonna be deceptive how much damage this Morphling can deal.
Especially if they can get on top of the Tinker.
Yeah.
One roar and the Morphling can open up on him. Kiyotaka will not last long.
And he's got Tumbler Sword, so you know he's getting in there.
Of course he does. Well, HR give up control of that top lane for the first time in ages. They get Roche, they get Aegis. They just completely ditch top lane and start moving down towards bottom. Want to grab their outpost again, kick Team Spirit out of here. And they'll be successful in doing so.
You know, I gotta say though, for some reason, something's telling me that Hellraisers aren't gonna close this one.
Gonna get Yatoro here with a glimpse pop on Lincolns. Yatoro feels it coming, the Wrath of Nature, the Lincolns pop, and they get the Doom on the Morphling. A huge kill for HR. Dead for 50 seconds.
Like I said, Hellraisers, they just know exactly how to close the game. You know, you start punishing the Morphling. He's the one guy who, if he stays untouched, then he'll lose this game. But, you know, like I said.
Yeah, like just exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Word for word, verbatim. Raw bottom, Antares. He needs help from his team, and in comes the Tinker. Laser and Shivers guarding Antares and taking both of them down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Defense matrix keeping Antares tanky enough to withstand it. And now Solo with some squiggles on the map. Yeah, boys, let's go top.
Call that a symbiotic relationship right there. You know, he throws down the tracks to help the Tinker gives him the shield in return. It's like those little birds that are eating the bugs off the water buffalo.
Yeah. Well, that parasite that lives in the fish's mouth and replaces its tongue.
Well, it's not quite that gruesome, I don't think.
It's a Tinker and a bounty hunter. It is that gruesome.
Is the bounty hunter just a little tongue?
Yes.
Okay. I thought maybe it was the Tinker because like the bounty hunter moves around, you know, he gives the vision and then the Tinker pops out. You know, he gets the bots too.
Bounty hunter is the host.
Bots 2 being, of course, Kinkabate's level 3, which is the same thing essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, peeps.
Yep.
They'll never see this coming.
Yeah, it's just. I think I made this comparison before, but I think HR Draft is similar to how we view Disruptor as a hero.
I thought you meant with the fish.
Oh no, I've never talked about a fish parasite.
Like I say, most games.
Like I said, most games. The fish parasite, very important analogy to be making. Yatoro, getting TP'd on. Miero and Kiyotaka both here. He's trying to TP out, but they've got the root from the Atos. So 2 deaths in a row for this Morphling. Very hot, looking too hot.
And that was the BKB recipe on the courier too. Just gets delivered now. Are they gonna have an answer to that though? I mean, Doom, I guess, actually, but they have to get through the Lincolns.
So that's the thing for me. If HR are playing on the front foot, playing aggressively with this track and rockets and glimpse back. Like Disruptor likes to play aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. They look real good. Get a kill and collapse here. Blow up the Beastmaster. Incredible. Go target. Get a +1. Find Mira. Ramsey's rocking Miposhka as well. So many targets, so little time. Trying to kill off the Engine and the Zeus both at the same time. Successful in what they do. They get Mira with Kiyotaka's rockets, and they get both of them, in fact. Stand corrected. Now that's great. That's where HR succeed. That's where they look really good, and they can push forward, try and close out this game. But I feel like if at any point they lose 1, 2 team fights in a row, and they're the ones being hemmed back in their base, things can start to look rough.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about this lineup. It does fill me with some concern that Team Spirit can come back. And part of that is just that, it's Team Spirit. We know they're a very strong team, and they're really good at turning situations that don't look very favorable for them. But I am impressed with how well they're playing right now. Collapse, losing a courier, tried to sneak the AC home. Busted. No contraband getting into the base. Sheriff of Nottingham doesn't allow it. All right. He saw the crossbow in the bag, but I don't think so. That is not going to happen. Let's go in the market.
That's not happening. Octarine core Ramses. He's a monster. Top 3 net worth, all HR. 14k lead for them. I'm thinking about the next Roshan now. Just pushing high ground. Something Tinker's not very good at. Fortunately, has a Nature's Prophet and a Doom to try and help out in that regard. But they need to win a number of team fights to get to high ground, even though they are so far ahead. Whereas it feels like if Team Spirit just 2 team fights to win the game kind of situation.
Yeah, significantly less for sure. But it is also all very dependent on Yatoro and how he gets in these fights. So
yeah,
keeping an eye on where Ramses is gonna be the toughest thing. What are their saves if like let's say they blink in, they hear the Lincolns pop. What can they do to make sure he doesn't get duped? Because they don't have any Force Staffs. They have Zeus ult, that is helpful for fighting them. But they actually have no saving mechanisms right now.
Yeah, it's like Raw and Dragon Tail have to stun the Doom and Tinker, I guess.
Yeah. No Jules or something either. Maybe it could be some kind of cheeky.
So how strong is this defense matrix? 445 damage absorbed, plus... they roar the Doom.
That was a roar.
Resistance. That's 40% status resist. So the roar lasts 0, basically.
Oh, I forgot about the 25% cooldown reduction. That would be so funny.
On what?
It's a talent at level 20 on Tinker. You can just like throw it on the Doom or something.
Who else can you throw it on? Give Bounty Ags, throw it on him. Oh, goodbye, Solo.
The other one's so good though. I feel like the Key Conveyance almost, I feel like you just use it constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, but CDR is real nice.
Yeah, it's true. For some heroes, it can be really cheeky, especially when you have these like kind of middle of the road ultis, like Revolution and stuff.
It's also like the fact, yeah, you can put it. Oh, Doom just jumps in on the DK. Very aggressive from Ramsey. He's just a 2v5 in the mid lane, and he tries to start things. Yeah, I guess with Defense Matrix, you can like put it on Nature's Prophet, let him ulti, rearm, put it on the Doom, let him ulti. Yeah. Chuck them out here and there, and Tinker drops Miposhka to half HP with 1 round of spells. Nature's Attendants, thankfully for the end, keeping her healthy. Yatoro getting some much needed farm in the top lane as he eyes up that Daedalus. He has a Chrysalis coming to him. But this is that awkward map state, right? If HR aren't getting teamfight wins, they're not getting traction on the map. They are just waiting for Roshan, waiting for that fight, and that is room for Team Spirit to gather up these little bits of farm they can.
Wait a second. Dude, the Shard would be so good this game. So Warp Player versus Morphling? That sounds hilarious. Reducing his cast and attack range by 40%, like on a stubby little range hero like that?
Pretty funny. DK. Being jumped by Ramses, forced to BKB, the root on the Zeus, and Mira's done for him. Miero's TP'd right on top of him, and Larl's BKB wearing out. Yatoro thinking about turning into Ramses, chucks the adaptive strike at him, BKB's up at half HP, trying to stand and fight. Ramses low, and the waveform in, aiming for the Tinker now. Kiyotaka in trouble, but the Static Storm's a good one. Yatoro BKB, standing ground and fighting, but Ramses backing on top of the Morphling. TP in from the Tinker as well. Yatoro is about to die, the Tinker doesn't join the fight. Will now return to aim for collapse. In comes Kiyotaka to blow him up. And Team Spirit losing out thanks to a buyback from Kiyotaka's Tinker.
Okay, now
another wild fight though.
Now I can't believe anyone takes the other talent. I'm surprised it's the more taken one. Oh, this is crazy. This seems just way better.
Makes the hero easier to play, I guess.
Yeah, man, you have to like put that on yourself and just like all your spells.
Kiyotaka, they're standing behind tier 3, blasting people. Not a care in the world. Miposhka and Mira both dying to the Tinker.
10%
Like he bought back, TP's forward, doesn't care, die back. Well, there's a team fight victory for you, HR. What are you going to do with it? Can't push high ground. Roshan's not alive yet. Doom's respawning. Where'd he go?
This whole draft is just a really cool example of like, it is a meme, true,
yeah.
But it's an example of like preparation in a couple different ways. Because we saw the bounty hunter before, and when it came out and everything, but that was only one like branch of the tree, and this is another branch where then they downgrade the bounty hunter and allows them to bring out this this tinker in a core role here when it's appropriate. And like I don't think this tinker comes out without this bounty.
Probably right. Probably right.
And it's really cool because I like how Ramses likes to play. Like he likes to play some of these off lane heroes in this safe lane role, and so you sort of need this bigger like I don't know, big papa coming out of the mid lane, you know, the head of the team at this point. Yeah, the what do they call it? Big Daddy. That's what I was trying to pick. Those guys are Bioshock. I need one of those guys, and that's pretty much what he is this game.
Yeah, he's gonna have his next layer, Scythe of Ice. Huge item for the Tinker.
Radiant.
Look at Team Spirit. Another one work onto Miero. Nature's Prophet dead for 70 seconds. They've stacked on Larl, but the BKBs and Ramses. Yeah, you've doomed them all playing. Trying to chase him down with the heat-seeking missiles. Didn't get off his ship, so he's dead. 70 with no more. Mira in trouble now. The BKB Kiyotaka is shredding through Team Spirit. Antares keeping the tracks going. They lose the Prophet and Disruptor. But Hellraisers still moving forward. Ramsey stunned. Larl can't stand the ground and fight, but surely not with a Tinker just lasering you into the ground. Aiming for the Doom again, but the Shiver's Guard clips onto the DK. Another jump stun. Ramsey finds another one. 5 heroes down on the side of Spirit.
Oh, and a regenerate, you know? Ramses, go. Yeah, I mean, T-Spirit, they're not going to call it yet. Because they know that there are some fragilities in this lineup, but it's still a bit tough. Ooh, the bonus speed now, level 15 Bounty Hunter. Hype talent, makes support Bounty Hunter feel cool again. Yay.
And Solo with the most important call in the game. Roshan.
Way to do it. See if we can get ourselves a fun shard here, perhaps. I wouldn't mind Antares doing it for the cast on allied heroes.
Invis and commit team fight.
And just be a nuisance.
Yeah, it's Nature's Prophet. No slouch at scaling either. Well on his way to Satanic. It looks like the Fury's going to be the one to take the Aegis. They've got buyback on Doom. Tinker doesn't feel too afraid. And Nature's Prophet, yeah, doesn't have buyback, so takes the Aegis.
And he takes the shard, alright. Can invis some friends now. Solo, you want to invis? You want to... Oh, are they doing it? Are they setting him up with the invis? Oh, here we go.
Good rat. Vision, please.
Invisibility.
Ramsey even have an invis rune now. Morphling Daedalus is here. He really does pack a punch, this Yatoro Morphling. But HR have done such a great job at popping that Lincolns and tracking him back in fights.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him get to play.
Yeah, but you fought Lincolns because you're against a Doom and a Tinker, and you're against Bounty Disruptor, who just pop it immediately with easy to cast low cooldown spells.
Yeah. I mean, at least the BKB saves you from the Sprout leash now, which is now out. But of course, BKB's already down to 8 seconds. Actually, that'll be lower than 8 seconds because he hasn't got it off very much since he bought it. Because he keeps getting doomed.
Just keep getting doomed.
I didn't realize he only used it once.
It's been rough. 27k lead. Still doesn't feel like it, though. Okay, they're holding. I don't know. Am I being too pessimistic about this? I feel like I'm being too negative about HR. Like, they've been playing very well. They're winning team fights. They're stomping through team spirit, but there's still just that team spirit factor. They've got a Morphling. They're holding their high ground. They're coming close in team fights, and Radiant struggled to finish this game off. Let me stew in my silence. Like, yes, you are being too pessimistic.
I don't know, because I feel similarly. Like, I also feel like there's this weird chance that they're just gonna do it. But surely they can close this, right? Like, you know, it's just that, like, had such a big lead for a while, and they're like wiping them, and yet they still haven't got the high ground. So you kind of wonder. But I think that we're eventually gonna see the big siege where he just pops up there and kills them all. And
well, I was looking at Yatoro's buyback status.
Nice. That's a good item.
That's a 34-minute
he's confident.
Hand of Midas.
You gotta get some gold somewhere.
Midas DK, Midas Morphling. Okay. Interesting. I mean, Midas nowadays is more about levels, right? So he's trying to get to level 25 faster.
That is definitely what you were buying at this point. It is certainly a, like, or like, you know, getting some far. But yeah, levels is the thing for sure. Because he's splitting a lot of this XP in the base right now, right? Yeah. So that definitely helps. He also doesn't have a lot of, like, damage from this blast and stuff, so the attack speed doesn't hurt. You know?
Do you go for the... Which talent is more popular in Morphling? Level 25. Like, 35 strength is a lot, but waveform cooldown...
I think it's almost always the waveform.
Yeah.
Dyer's
Especially against the Tinker, just keep waving on it. Here comes the high ground push. Treants nicely placed to scout out tree line and deep in that Dire base. They are chipping away at it, forcing the glyph, and tier 3 about to fall to Miero's Nature's Prophet. Gleipnir catches Miposhka, but no jump just yet from HR. And in the back, they look at
trying this backstab. Solo's a great target.
And Larl.
The Hawk gives him the vision.
They see Ramsey. Thunder goes Ramp being fake pumped. Lincoln's pop, jump in, but the blink. Oh, what a blink! Ramsey's! He blink BKB's away from the initiation. Oh, Yatoro getting clipped. Lincoln's popped on him. Shifting into strength. The racks are cracked wide open for HR to take them now.
Alright, Ramsey still got it, man. That was fast.
His Lincoln's popped and he immediately blinked. I think he double tap blinked. I don't think he blinked targeted somewhere. He just double tapped it, right? His angle went towards the fountain, Miero Satanics. Kiyotaka onto the edge. And Miposhka does have buyback, but also on cooldown for 2 minutes. Oh, once he's dead, he's gone for 70 seconds. Wild Axe is becoming a little annoying here. This collapse does build up the stacks. This barrier, the Guardian from the Tinker, the jumping onto Morphling, the Static Storm, and the Doom. Yatoro is fighting through it. He's still going to die, though. And with no buyback on him, the signal for the end is coming pretty quickly. HR just storm into this Dire base. Take down 3 members of Team Spirit. Claim a lane of barracks. And quickly shift in towards mid and top.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Bounty Hunter Tinker.
Middle tower has fallen.
Something now you've got to add to the list to be worried about against this HR team. It's kind of funny, they used to have Dahak, who was this kind of player, right, that played off-lane heroes from the safe lane, and Ramses, he's saying, I can do the same kind of thing. Add a bit of flavor to our carry. Bring out a hero like Tinker for the mid. Carry profit from the off-lane.
Yeah, Miero and Ramses complement each other very well, I have to say. Considering, like, Miero's relatively, like, unknown in terms of, like, his status. You know, we talk a lot about the lack of threes and stuff. There's only a couple, like, really big names, especially in this region. But Miero's been impressing me a lot.
Yeah, like, proving your pedigree seems pretty hard. Miero's doing a great job of it. There's Mega Creeps. Team Spirit not tapping out just yet. They're still thinking about that. An early night, right? A 2-0 here would be nice for them, but HR fighting comes away to the end. And a jump stun. Miero had the Lincolns on him. Doesn't get caught out by it, so they'll turn on collapse, trap him in the sprout and the storm. While Yatoro with his big damage, bringing Miero low. They've got Kiyotaka and the ability to take down a Morphling. He's gone forever. Ramsey straight towards the end. Shares GG's called. Game 3 incoming. And a spicy one here. Very difficult to read this game for spectators, casters, viewers.